Soju's got a huge advantage anyways. I mean, he's not going to lose. Unless Moon hits level 6, which is the reason you have a staff on you, and you really have to pay attention to your riots in this case. So if they hit level 6, then the game kind of drags on a little more, and it all comes down to money, except Moon's kind of walking his lures over, so he's kind of given up on the money aspect. GJ. But yeah. This is kind of the wind down of the game. I didn't talk about Tornado. A lot of people don't know that Tornado is a channeling spell, which means if you cast Tornado and then you try and right-click your hero somewhere else, it's going to stop. So really be careful what you're going to do with it. I mean, it's like a slower Blade Storm that casts Cyclone, and then it just leaves your hero a little more invulnerable. Just thought you should know. So, Moon did hit level... Oh, no, he didn't. Way to go. Way to make a dumbass of yourself. Alright, well, just more hero focus, or bear focus going on. I mean, look at how fast they drop. And really, all that Soju has to do is make sure that he doesn't lose his Naga, and dead Demon Hunter. Brutal. Whatever, it was a sweet game. I mean, hero kills kind of played a huge part. Once again, don't get your hero stuck. Make sure that you have a way in and out, and crap. Alright, sorry, I had to delete some files. I have such low disk space, I have to delete stuff to finish an audio. Yeah, shut up. And the stupid little bubble thing pops up, and it's like, low disk space, and it's like, up yours, not up you. So, as promised, I was going to go over the PM. I'm not going to go over all of it because it's a super long question to answer, but I'm trying to get to my PM box. Stupid slow computer, internet, and crap and junk. Alright, WC replays. Get to the forums. Alright. Also, a few people ask for shoutouts, but I'll get to that in a bit. Hold on. Alright, cool. I found it. Shout out to Timekeeper, because I forgot to give him one. Anyways, wait. There we go. I found it. His question was, blah, blah, blah. Get to the... what is your opinion on micro and its effect on the outcome of the game, especially with Axelab's recent article on winning games without micro? And on what levels does micro have the most influence? Does imbalance play a bigger part in the game when both players have pro-grade micro? Also, how about some micro tips? I'm not going to go into micro tips just because it's hard to give in an audio. I'd need like a visual demonstration. But micro on its effect of the outcome of the game. You can have Moon's micro and still lose to people like that you haven't even heard of in your entire life, or like Freak. JK, Freak's not bad, but still. Anywho, yeah, really, what was I gonna say? It died on, hold on. Micro, okay. Really, if you make more smart decisions than your opponent, and you don't really do anything stupid, or like monumentally stupid, you can beat the majority of players. I mean, micro just comes with time. Obviously, if you learn the game and you know it really well, you can win with fairly little micro. Early game micro is super important because it can be won or lost there. So micro is really important in the early game. Obviously, it's not as hard, but yeah, thought you should know. What levels does micro have the most influence? Micro has the most influence when, like, the battle is even. Like, obviously, you know, not many battles are going to be even, unless you're watching Night Elf Mirror, which just happened. Yeah. Yeah, it plays into this whole little theme I got going. But, what I was saying, yeah, micro plays a huge role when it's, when you have even battles. Really, if it's uneven, obviously micro can kind of play the gradient and bring you back up to make it sort of an even battle if they have crap micro, but obviously if you just make smarter decisions and just kind of watch your heroes and don't do anything dumb, you can beat like a lot of players. You'd be surprised at how many actually like semi-pro players make like the worst mistakes ever. Like, I was watching a few games from that league, the Frozen League, I think. Yeah, I watched a couple games there, and a lot of people like jump upkeep really, really soon. Like, they have like 20 gold, and they go into low upkeep, and you're like, what is wrong with you? So yeah, obviously like micro can compensate for things, but smart play is it's unbeatable. I mean, with Axel Audio, he was completely right. You can win like against some really good players with very little micro. So really, if you just play really smart, you can beat a lot of players. In fact, you can almost beat pro players, except they're like really smart with godlike micro. Anywho, do imbalances play a bigger part in the game when both players have pro-grade micro? Yes. Basically, unless the game is like super even and your micro's even, then imbalances will play a role if utilized correctly. Obviously, at the pro level, they know how to use the imbalances, and obviously they have supreme micro. So obviously, like, imbalances play a huge, huge role in the pro scene. Not so much on the lower levels. I mean, obviously, pros, there's very little they can do to play better. So, like, even at the amateur, semi-pro level, imbalances don't play as big of a role, because you can compensate by just playing a little bit better than you usually do and actually, like, win. And stuff, and overcome imbalances. Micro tips, I really don't know how to answer that. Really, just, like, if you practice, it'll come to you. Like, the one thing that you can do is, look at pro replays, and not just, like, look at them, but you open up a pro replay, and you go, okay, look at how his units are positioned, because yes, positioning is part of micro. And look at how he moves units in and out of the battle. Look at how he focus fires. And you can do this at like half-time speed too. And you can like 8 times speed through until you hit a battle. But really, yeah, if you watch the little, like the small things that they do with how they move their units and how they cast their spells, or you can watch some VODs. You just go on YouTube, look up like Warcraft 3 plus Grubby, and you'll get a whole bunch of Grubbies, first-person VODs. Obviously, you'll get the random Korean one with the Korean guys yelling in the background. Like, everything's super exciting and stuff, and they get paid way too much for that crap and stuff. But yeah, you can find some really good first-person VODs. Obviously, be aware that their hotkeys may be a little different, and some of them have hotkeys set up to their mouse. So yeah, just be aware of that they can micro that way too. A lot of people have like the side buttons on their mouse, and they use that for like their 7 position on their numpad or something. I don't know. I don't even have a number pad. I don't even have side buttons. I just have a mouse and a keyboard. Laptops for the win, because I know I have low disk space. So yeah, there's that. Anyways. What was I getting to? Alright, let's see. I was going to give a few shoutouts. I've actually gotten some pretty good questions, mostly strategy-based questions, like, how do I adapt to this kind of thing, and what should I do to change this? I've watched a couple people's replays. If I haven't watched your replays, I'm sorry. I get a lot. I'm not sure if there's going to be a 2v2 RT game included in this pack. My next audio is going to be on 2v2. I hope you guys learned something about Elfmere. I know I sure did. The more you know, stuff like that. Alright, so this is Orange signing out and stuff.